Okay, this is the thing.
No, wait. I might.
I just wanna we gonna discuss on a topic
What
of
was we talking about?
exposing and making things out in the open for a lot of different people that has different levels of belief in the church, mainly the church, because a lot of times when you stop going to church, you don't stop going to church because your faith has failed in God. You stop going to church because of the church. And I mean, my man here, he just wanted to ask me a couple of questions about um, the life of a pastor, and I'm gonna let him ask his questions.
Well, how it should be, and because it is the truth. You know, you hear a lot of people saying like, "Oh, I'm more spiritual." You know, it's more the institution, and I think with these mega churches, you know, something is lost.
Let me. All right. So check this. Understanding that the pastor, we're gonna talk about the pastors of a church and leading a flock of a huge congregation. We're gonna talk about that in the church. This is how it's supposed to be, and let me know if I'm wrong or if I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how it's supposed to be. You have the pastor, no matter if he has 5 members to 5,000 members. This is the way a pastor is supposed to. You
Quote
can't
unquote, right?
quote unquote.
That's how you would do it.
That's how. And I'm only talking about myself. I'm not knocking the big churches. I'm not knocking some of these big preachers, T.D. Jakes, Creflo. I'm not knocking any of these pastors because hey, if they great man of God, they great man of God. I'm not knocking them. But on a side of saving souls, which is the purpose of the pastor, you know, I feel that a pastor, all I have known him to have an open door policy. And what an open door policy is if any member of his congregation at any point of time is facing some difficult times, whether I tithe $2 a week, that may be all I have to tithe, and or whether I tithe $50,000 a week. It it we're talking about leading the people. So if I have a member within this 5,000 congregation, if I have a member who's need me as a pastor,
Mm-hmm.
do you think these pastors that's out now, do you think that member that tithes $2 can pick up his cell phone and call on his pastor and say, Pastor, I need you to be at my house. I'm having a real problem with my wife, or my family is sick. Do you think they can call up TD Jakes? This are we talking about this member that can pay tithe $2 a week? Can he call TD Jakes and Creflo Dollar up and say, hey, I got a situation going on in my house and I need you? And Will T.D. Jake says to him, okay, I'll send somebody over to pray for you. That's the church that we now living in, man. That's the way of life, man. But you can give me that $2 because it'll help me. It'll help me put on towards the car note that I just got in the church name, or it can help me put on to that $1 million house that I just got.
Man,
But you only tied me $2, but it's gonna go towards one of those. Maybe my new suit, you know.
bro, I remember when I was a kid, man. Like the pastors, like they knew you by name, man. They knew members. They knew. I'm talking about, like I said, bro. Mother Little will go to the hospital and pray with you. If you know what I'm saying, like
Mm-hmm.
if you call her, bro, she
And listen at what you said. If you call her, you was able to call
No, bro, real spill. Like when I was a shorty, I thought like Mother Little was my auntie or something.
because she was always around.
Cause she
She
was
knew
all.
her members of her church. She knew, you know, who they was, and it wasn't because of what they was tied. It's because of the faithfulness that they had in her with God. You know, like I say all the time. Right now, we got so many big churches, man, that's doing it for fashion and fame. That's why we was just watching a video about a pastor who got houses and had Mercedes and all these things and was spending $6,000-8,000 on this, that, and the other, you know, and it's like, man, how you spending this on houses, millions of dollars on houses to fund your ministry, but none of these homeless people that's out here is staying in this house that you got. You said it's for advertisement and, you know, entertainment. When, as a pastor, was your job to entertain? It was never
Wow.
a pastor job to entertain, because your job, you're not into the entertainment.
You're not an
business.
entertainer, right?
You're
Wow.
not in, listen, all these millions of dollars that these pastors is spending towards nonsense. Think about this. Because they say it's for media purposes, flying over here because I gotta be here because, you know, I gotta go fly. But think about this. Those same millions of dollars that you spend on houses, planes, you know, going here, going there, build up around your community, and the television will come to you.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't even need to be fly. You wouldn't even need the lovely lifestyle, because the favor is showing you no matter where you go.
And I just feel like, even on that note, like most people, if they sending for you to come talk, they gonna pay for your transportation anyway.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something.
Come on now.
You a major preacher, and you known all over the world, and someone call you and say, I want a request for you to come to me. Guess what? They pay for your travel. They pay for your speaking engagement. For even sometimes food, room and board. Transportation. That's what they give you a check for your ministry.
Right.
But how many of your members, out of these 5,000 members or 10,000, however many members that you have, how many do you reach out and help? That's only tied $25 a week. That's all they got to tie, because it's real out here. But you're able to buy a $500,000 car, or at least a $500,000 car in the church's name, but you can't lease an apartment building for $500,000 and give them to the homeless, or to the people, to the mothers that have children and they struggle every day.
That's in your congregation.
That's in your congregation. That's giving you $25 with all they have that week. But you're not going to help them get a place. Yeah, you got these different organizations in church that, oh yeah, you can come here. We got our parents and this and that and that and this. But how many do you really help? How many do you really help that can say, hey, I was homeless, I was without a job. Guess what he did? He put me in a place, paid my bills for 6 months. He made sure I was able to get back and forth to church. You know, he came and picked me up. He didn't get me at the car. He came and picked me up. Not a lot of them. A lot of them go because they have been manipulated with the words of these pastors. They have been manipulated to the point where you feel that your pastor has to be fly, but you can walk around in rugs.
It's like going to a concert, bro.
And that's, guess what? You said it then. It is a concert. They said it's entertainment.
Wow.
They said it's entertainment. That's what he say. He said, I bought these things for entertainment purposes, for when I have guests. So when did you become an entertainer? When did God business become entertainment? Me being a man of God, I ain't here to keep you entertained. I'm here to give you a direct word from God and what God put on my soul to give to you. I ain't here to make you feel good, look good. None of this. I'm here to give it to you cut and dry. This is what it is. This is the way of the life. No, I'm not perfect and I don't do everything right because I'm far from perfect. But at the same token, I'm not here to entertain you. I don't need your laugh and your smiles to keep me doing my job. Because one thing about God is a God that if you doing his business, he gonna prosper you. He gonna make sure that you good. He gonna put you on the pedestal. That's what he said. He said, "I'll prepare a table in the presence of your enemies." That's what the word says. So when I give you the direct word, I don't need you to feel that I'm trying to entertain you. Ain't no entertainment. It's about God's business because he gonna take care of me regardless. I don't need your applause. I don't need your amens. When it's direct, straight to the point from God, then you're going to give it to me anyway because it's coming directly from God. I don't need to sit up here and hoop, holler, and do all, that's just my
But
my
it's
take.
but it's wild because even the people, it's like people, feel they better than because they go to the church. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
that's why, listen, let me tell you right now. We live in a time where young generations is being lost. And the reason why they're being lost is because our older generations that's in the church have turned away. We have placed ourselves so high and above, what's going on in our communities. And it's so sad because, like you said, it's the people, man. It's sometimes you gotta look at yourself. You gotta examine yourself. Examine what it is that you're doing. You can't look to the pastor to see what he's doing to change the community. You gotta change it yourself.
bro, I'm telling you, it's like people like they too good to go to a certain church. You know what I mean? Like I said, the church, Mother Little Church, it was just a little storefront. It wasn't nothing fancy about it or nothing like that. But it's the truth in what you're saying because I started going to another church that was bigger, prettier, fancier, but it was that collection plate was definitely out much more as well. You know what I'm saying? And then the little churches, the real churches where the pastors really cared, they really fell to the wayside.
I'm finna tell you what has happened because if you listen what he say, I'm so like shocked by a pastor using the word entertainment. So that's why the point just goes back to but like you said, I guarantee you in that storefront church when service begun, the spirit was from wall to wall. I guarantee you that God was in the midst of it. I can guarantee you that you know it wasn't about entertaining nobody. It wasn't. It was about ushering in, giving grace, giving praises to God. And you had a point where you can actually feel the anointings. You can feel the spirit. And that's why back then a lot of times you will hear people say they go to church on Sundays. But now in today's life, it's like, oh no, I don't go. I scream it on
Yeah.
because they have turned it into entertainment. Let me tell you something. How many times have you heard Catholics say, no, I'm going to scream it? Just being honest. They go to the Mass. Whenever it's time for service at the Mass, they go to, But we have turned it so about entertainment, man, that we prefer to have it more so screen and because we don't we rather for you to have a connection with me through TV, but still
Or
send me
now,
your donation.
and then you got some people that will stream it and watch it on TV because they really don't even feel
Come to
good
the
enough
church.
to actually
Be-
go there.
That's true. That's true.
And that's a problem.
You know why? Let me tell you something. If I drive a putt and my putt can just about make it to the church, just about. But I got my pastor. He got 2016 Jaguar. I'm ashamed. I only got some basic blue jeans, some shoes. And when I come into church, there's so many people that's turning their head at me because my appearance and what I pulled up in
Don't fit the criteria.
Don't even fit. And I ain't gonna do nothing for you to try to help you and to get you out of the situation or to get you on the next level. I'm gonna frown my nose at you.
I'm gonna tell you living that messed up because you ain't giving enough to me.
Come on now. So sometimes it's just real. It's real crazy how these pastors, man. These pastors nowadays is all about fashion and.
It's like you're
and
not
show.
good enough for God or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Let me tell you something. I'm no pastor. I'm not. I'm just somebody that speak the truth when it comes to God business. I do my wrongs and I'm getting worked on for that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a man of God Minister Williams, Andre Williams. Back this summer I gave away book bags and to a huge
not just
of
book
people.
bag. Well,
Not
I'm
just
just
book
I'm just saying not just the book bags, but the book bags themselves were filled with school supplies. I'm talking about and I'm just keeping it real. Pens, paper, pencils.
It was actually, let me tell you,
Like a kit.
I'm finna give you the truth. They was filled with book bags, and I went to each school district and I got their school supply list, and I filled each book bag up with the school supply list that was on whatever they needed for that year of school, that semester in school. I filled their book bags up with everything that was on the school supply list. And I'm not even saying that to get any props, but I was making a point where I had hot dogs, I had food, I had raffles, giveaways, I had rallies,
nice.
games, beautiful. But guess what? It was no time that I advertised. That's my point in making. Some people
Except to get people there to come and get the shit.
I
Sorry.
got flyers to get people there.
Right.
But I never posted these things because guess what? I didn't even do it to get acknowledgement out of nobody.
Yeah.
I did it because it was something that God directed me to do. I didn't do it because I was looking for somebody to say, oh man, he did this, or oh man, that was, entertainment purpose. No, I did it because it was directed. And see, that's what's so wrong with these big pastors. They don't do things no more because God tell them to do it. They do things because it's going to get them a big picture. That's why anytime you hear about them giving, it's a TV right there. It's a camera right there where it can record.
Make sure somebody see.
Or make sure somebody see them do this. Why is it never?
Or look, the document, because it's really just a tax write-off.
Come on now.
I ain't gave nothing. I'm gonna get that right back.
Come on now.
I'm gonna get that right back.
Come on now. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'm writing a book, and that's what it's gonna be entitled. Let's be honest, and it's pertaining to the church. Let's be honest.
Let's be
So
honest.
I need y'all to support that because it's gonna come to you, and let's be honest.
It's gonna ruffle some feathers.
Yeah, let's be honest. And if it make you feel offended, you ain't honest. If it make you feel offended, you ain't honest.
Mm-hmm.
So let's be honest. Let's be honest. Pastors that I hope this reach out to, and I want y'all to read the book too, because it's gonna be, let's be honest, and let's see how much it's gonna ruffle your feathers. How much is it gonna affect? Is it gonna make a change? Is it gonna get to some people? This ain't for no entertainment. Y'all need to wake up, man. God coming before you know it, and you worried about entertaining some folks.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to send all them folks that you entertaining to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Let's wake up, church.
Hey, that was real. That was real. It's more coming. More videos coming. Holla at me, man.